We're all learning the new art of face mask on, face mask off. I am doing this by exemption of a presentation of a cultural artistic institution, but we want to welcome you. Thank you for making the effort to come here. We welcome those who are joining us on Zoom. It's been a pleasure to get this show up and ready. And so we will begin with our awards ceremony. We're going to invite anyone who is still in the galleries and can hear my voice, and staff, if you want to indicate we're beginning. I'm Rita Wright. I'm the director of the Springville Museum of Art, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here tonight. This is an evening that we look forward to all year. We have debated much and long about whether or not we would be able to have some of you award winners here at the museum. We felt like, as we contacted you, that we were still going to be able to comply with our state COVID guidelines, our health department, and also the request of our mayor and council. So we're appreciative tonight that Mayor Rick Child is with us. We've been learning a lot of new ways of communicating with our citizens, with our artists, and thank you for being here. It's a really wonderful opportunity. We recognize the work and effort, all of you, both here and joining us online, that has gone into preparation for this exhibition. The artworks are stunning, and we're so pleased to be able to share them with our citizens. There have been many who have come up to me personally and said they felt like, of all the places they could go when this was a time being concerned about large groups and congregating, that the museum was a welcome relief, a place of contemplation, as our mission statement declares. So think about that, bringing your family and friends. It's a wonderful place, and we've made great effort to have it be safe for you, for those that we're sharing your works with. And it's a great evening. This is the 96th annual Spring Salon Fall Edition. When it was realized that we would not be able to hold the salon, we tried to decide, do we just postpone it until next year? But so many of you were working on things already, and so we decided to go ahead. We will still be having the 97th Spring Salon in the spring edition of the Spring Salon. So we're looking forward to having you join us for that. I would like to indicate that we were actually a little surprised. We had 941 entries. That's just stellar, but it also may suggest that a lot of artists were home really focusing. And out of those 941, we accepted 241 for display. So it was a very competitive show. And always there are times, there are things that I, not being a judge, stand and I'm dismayed when some of my favorite things are out of the show. But to recognize it was very competitive this year, and we feel like there were many worthy pieces, but we just have limited space to show them. We're almost to the point we could use the whole museum. But as we're joined here by some of you in these galleries, this is where we have our permanent Utah collection. And our salons, our juried shows are really important to keeping that current collection, that permanent collection alive. So I hope you take a few minutes and enjoy walking through here. This is a new installation, Grand Ambitions, from our permanent collection. And there are many of you that we hope to be able to add to that as we raise money as a museum. We want to especially thank, and neither of them are here with us tonight, but our two jurors. It's a rigorous day when they come and jury. It's a full day, usually over 9 hours, that they dedicate to come to go through the works one by one. There is always the question, why don't we just do a digital show? I feel very strongly about the presence of a work of art and seeing the work, actually seeing the work, to be able to look at how it's finished, how it compares size-wise. And I feel like I've done a lot of digital jurying, and it's just not the same. So again, thank you, those of you who made the effort to bring it here. It really does enrich us in our collection. So the two jurors for this show were David Erickson and Christian Anderson. And I think we can, although in absentia, give them a round of applause. It was much appreciated, their efforts. I especially loved tagging along and listening to some of their comments. And again, they got down to the final few rounds and Emily kept saying, you've got to cut another 50, you've got to cut another 75. And they were as troubled as I was, again, because of that expectation of getting down to an actual showable number in the galleries. I want to give a special thank you tonight to our sponsor, ongoing sponsor for the Salon, the George Q. Morris Foundation. And although Robin Woods cannot be with us, it's especially appreciated that we know this show has a sponsor for a long period of time, and that's very meaningful to us so that we can focus on the quality of the show. We also want to recognize our Springville Museum of Art Association board members. I don't believe we have any here with us tonight. I haven't seen any come in, but people behind the masks, I can't always tell. So I'm not seeing any. Our board president, lucky him, is in Hawaii right now with a new grandbaby. So I said, yeah, we're expecting snow this weekend, so be grateful. Also, I want to, as I indicated, recognize Mayor Childs. He's also serves on our museum board and has been a long-term fan and donor to the museum. So thanks for taking the time out. He's had a rigorous week with all of the city expectations, and I don't believe, but also we have Councilman Michael Snelson, who serves on our board and is not able to be with us tonight. I want to mention all of the staff and volunteers, community members who have spent time helping us get ready. It's a lot. As you brought your works in, intake for the show, again, takes several days. The care, the recording. I wrote a note to the city telling them just what it is. These works don't magically appear and magically get hung on the walls. We've been trying to document what a rigorous and thoughtful process it is. So thank you to all of those who made it possible for us to get the works hung, get intake, and track your works of art. And finally, a hand for all of you, our wonderful Utah artists in these galleries and online. I want to applaud you, and I invite you all to do the same. I continue to get notes from around the country and actually a few abroad. I have some friends who live in Europe, another one in Africa, in Tanzania, and they are saying, we're watching what your museum is doing online. What's with art in Utah? So it's a pleasure for me to tell them we have this amazing, dedicated, and talented group. And as I travel back in bygone days when we could do that, I was pleased to see many of you showing around the country and sharing your work. It is of an amazing level. So thank you, Utah artists. We're now going to go right ahead with our announcement of awards and what we would like to have you do if you are here, and we've got some, I don't think we're going to be able to see them actually on Zoom, right? If they're not here. We won't be able to get their image up there, but we'd still like to applaud. And what I'm going to invite you to do is come up here, receive your certificate and award and some little goodies. Again, we didn't want to do food and be in violation of any health codes. So this is something you can take home and share or eat as you leave tonight, not in the galleries, please. And so Emily, I want you to just stand in blue gloves and mask. Emily Larson and Hannah, the rest of the staff, I think they're gone. But so Emily will be handing this to you, and then Mayor Child, we're going to ask him to elbow bump, toe bump, high five, not touch, right? So the first honorable mention that I would like to announce is Luke Anderson of Cottonwood, and his work is Cottonwood Hills. He is not here, but I think he's joining us on Zoom. So a round of applause to Luke Anderson. And I didn't realize he's from my neck of the woods up there, so that's fun. Next is Paige Anderson, Think of Me, Thou Ransomed One. So thank you. Kathleen Banks, Augustin Pavlonis. Thank you. Wonderful story here. We were delighted to read a little bit more of that, so make sure you take time to look at that in the galleries. Esther Kandari Makua. Michael Hall, The Golden Hour. Michael, just so you know, someone was in the galleries the other day and happened to see that and asked about it and said they will never look at that story ever the same. So as an artist, you accomplished that. Daniel Hughes, He Hath Borne Our Sorrows. Unable to be with us tonight, Brian Kershiznik, Our Glorious Mother Eve. So we'll still give him a hand. He was with a family member. Emily McPhee, Virtue. Emily, thank you for coming. Jessica Michelson, Motherhood, Sweet 16. Seven Nielsen, American Justice. We are hoping this is not the headline in a couple of weeks, right? Or the picture there. So, Wild West. David Raleigh, Man with Cat. And I believe David isn't here. Colby Sanford, From the Mere Confines of My Heart. Nick Stevens, Repose. Adam Thomas, A Protection. If this disappears this weekend, it's going to be around my shoulders in my office, Adam. Nice, cozy. And Mary Wells, A Popping Alphabet. Now for the awards of merit. Fahima Amiri, Spring Flowers. Madison Casagrande, Black is Beautiful. David Ralph Dibble, But for a Small Moment. Sean Dedeker, Patrick. I just have to say a little bit, along with this beautiful creation, Sean's got a new little creation in his home. Congratulations. Yeah, there you go. Mark England, History of the World. Thanks. And unable to be with us, Santiago Michalak, Iron Resolve. Allison Stosich, They're Not So Easy to Care For. And Justin Wheatley, Some Sign of Life. Congrats. And now for our three top awards. And I just want to say, as we go through these again, we felt it was so important to have those of you here tonight to acknowledge it. Again, I hope you all go down and look at the works. They are stunning, and all of you are so appreciative for giving us your time, energy, and efforts. Our third place award to Susan Church, who is not able to be with us, for Everything is Hard the First Time You Try. I definitely know that feeling, right? We're all on a steep learning curve. Second place award, Bradley Aldridge, Peace and Plenty, homage to George Innes. And the first place award to Sherry King, Portrait of Chris and Grace. Thank you. This was brief and sweet because we want you to take some time in the galleries. We'd love to chat from social distance. We're going to make sure we invite all of you, wander the galleries, but we've got staff standing around hoping that you'll respect the need to not be congregating in non-household clusters. But thank you so much for being with us, your support. Come visit us. Please bring your families. Again, know that we're creating a safe space for those who come to this Sanctuary of Beauty and Temple of Contemplation that is the Springville Museum of Art, and we're celebrating the 96th Spring Salon Fall Edition. Thank you all. Oh, Mayor wants to speak.
I want to just say really a round of applause to all the work that she's done. You know, it's I've lived in this town all my life. I'm a fifth generation Springvilleite. I went to high school here. I wrote art themes all 3 years I was in high school. I attended a class in this building. It was a cappella class. This building just has a lot of meaning for me, and I've done a lot of work for it. And I'm just so proud of all the staff and what they do here, and the recognition this gallery gets. It makes Springville really the art city of Utah. And I'm just so appreciative of everybody that's here, and appreciate all the artists and what they do. Thank you very much. Give Rita a big hand.
Yay, yay.
Thank you again. Enjoy. Please visit and eat your candy outside. Have a good evening. Thanks all.
Zoom that it's open through the 13th. And they can come in.
Oh, those of you who are on Zoom, remember it's open till January 13th. So come join us if you haven't been here tonight or before.
What did you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said, let's hope that's not the kind of brawling that takes place in a couple, and it's not the headline
Yes.
around.
How are you doing?
So, thank you. Oh, yeah, I'm doing well. It's strange, you know, but it's interesting that having these processes in place, there's something comforting about it, and the art
I'm just
come and
glad
go.
you did this.
Well, I am such a and